How about my Bears today?
Huh?
How about my Bears
30
today?
points, but then they still somehow find a way to lose. They find a way
Did
to.
not get Robinson a touchdown for me. That's all I'm going to say. What the effort.
Hey, DFS has been great, man. Booker didn't do anything, but it didn't matter. My cash lineup's been killing it.
So I might have started Frank Gore instead of Cam Akers.
Oh my! I gotta share this out. I don't know if anyone even knows we're live.
Oops. There's 15 points, and I'm projected to lose by 1 point in my playoff.
That's the thing I don't like about the streaming or anything is I can't see. I gotta go to actual YouTube.
Yeah, I can't see the chat unless you put it up, I think.
No, we should be live. Gotta go to actual YouTube.
You're live.
Okay.
Hi, Jim.
There's people. People are starting
You had control last night.
Zach, what's up, man? I hope school's going good for you, dude. I miss you. I miss all your extra good stuff you can do to the videos I upload, the intros, the outros, the thumbnails. But it is what it is, my guy. We're getting through here. Hopefully, you can get me those thumbnails made for the 24-hour stream. So, guys, I want to welcome you to the third episode of Def Hobby Central. We actually got a pretty cool show lined up, I think. We were talking a little bit beforehand. We have some cool things we want to kind of introduce to you that we are trying to work on the back end. But we're going to start with a few of our other topics. Before we get to that, you may know both of these people to the right or left of you, depending upon how you're looking at it. They're the right of me, but they may be the left of you. Depends on if you can see straight or not. I don't know. I'm barely here today from last night. But let's start with Balls. Balls, how you doing, buddy?
Oh, I'm doing good, man. How are you?
Not too shabby, not too shabby. I think most of you in here know our guy, Matt Balsley. Their information is in the description below. If you don't know or you haven't followed them on Twitter or YouTube or whatever you got going on. Smash, how you doing tonight, brother?
I would like to denote my name is not Matthew.
Oh, did I put that in there? I didn't. You know what I did? I didn't change.
Copy and paste and you failed.
Yeah, I didn't change something from last time totally. So I will go in and I will edit that after the show. But I will call you Matthew since you brought that up. Probably from Balsley, right? Probably from Matt or Matthew Balsley. How you doing tonight, brother? How you doing tonight, Michael? Michael, now I can take my Michael shots at you again.
Good job, Jeffrey. Good job.
Thank you. What's going on, man?
Eating pizza.
Yeah, well, I'm happy you could join the show. We were almost just going to say, forget the show this week because I put it out there, guys. I really need some of you guys. I see a lot of the same names in the chats and in all the streams. I need some of you guys to step up. It doesn't take a lot to just get on a show and just talk. We're just talking stuff. You don't have to think or feel like you're some expert or you're this or that. This is just really a time for you to just kind of kick back, talk, be seen, put a face to a name if people haven't seen a face to the name. And it really brings it more personable, So when you're interacting with people, you're like, oh man, I always hear like people like Jim and some other, oh, it's nice to see Balls like the first time he ever came on a stream, or it's nice to see Smash, it's nice to put faces to the names. And that's what all you guys could do on these episodes. Tonight we really wanted to kind of start off. I want to drop something, and this isn't for a pat on my back or anything like that, guys. I just want to it's touching to me, okay? And I think all of you guys have probably been in a situation like this, have encountered something like this with somebody who either is a friend of yours, who looks up to you, whatever it might be. But I had gotten a couple of emails from a couple of people in the community. And our buddy Warcraft, the Relic Hunter, he does auctions late night on Saturday nights after the gun show. Okay, he's been starting to do that. He hangs out in the gun show with Jimmy and all of them in the community. And then he keeps the party going late night. He usually goes for like an hour or 2 hours. And it's usually too late for me. I usually can't make it, or if I'm up that late, I'm usually occupied doing something like playing blackjack at a table and I can't have my phone out. That's an issue. So maybe more than one issue. I don't know. No, we'll get into that. But anyway, so I had gotten a couple emails about, it'd really be awesome. And I'd already planned to try to make one of his streams when I could. But I gotten some emails about, man, if you could pop into a stream, it would really make his day. And, I don't think a lot of it, just more than like, hey, he's a great community member. I would love to pop in if I could, if I can make it sometime. I'd already planned on doing it anyway. So I got in there last night. And, I mean, dude, like, I don't even know what to say, man. Like, his voice, like, changed. Like, he got emotional. And, like, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think that's actually really cool. And again, it's not to say, oh, I'm some crazy dude, because I'm just me. I'm just deafness. I'm nobody, right? But to have somebody else look at you in some way or respect you in something like that is crazy. But the reason why I'm even saying this or bringing this up is because this is something that I wanted to talk about tonight, is what things or what actions we can take within the hobby to make other members' days, right? To help other members out. Getting in streams, things of that nature. I'm not going to list off a bunch because I want to hear from Balls and I want to hear from Smash. This is not supposed to be a show where I talk a ton on. I just kind of guide it. So, Smash, I'm going to start with you, buddy. We'll go Smash and then Balsley. So Smash, what things? Sorry, man. Yeah, I got your mouthful. I was trying to do that. I was, Michael.
Oh, I know you're waiting.
So, but what kind of things do you feel like, what kind of actions as you play with your beard do you feel can really help inspire, make someone's day, push somebody maybe that's down or trying to grow? It's all you, bud.
First, name your children Jeffrey. That will help out.
Hey, you're hey, that's Jeffrey right there. Their logo. See it on my computer. I'm pointing down here.
No, because it's off the screen because it's small screens.
Well, when it's bigger, they can see it. But anyway,
that's what she said. So, I don't know, man. From my part of it, it's no, there it is. Okay, I got you.
There you go.
Wow. I guess a few things to start to think about. One, on the make people's day thing. If you take just 5 minutes, if you're flipping through Twitter, during your private bathroom times where we all do, you see somebody and they'll go something that, not everybody posts their negative business, not everybody posts their positive business. People just post stuff or share stuff or retweet.
Right.
It's someone that, you have a potential, connection to or something, not saying complete strangers, but, you see them in chat or you see them in this and that. And either one, just do a quick DM if you want to keep it, down low kind of stuff. Just, hey, saw your tweet, thought of you, just want to say hi. Or B, tweet out and just say, hey, saw your tweet, thought of you, it's great to know you, blah, blah, blah. The 30 seconds of that to somebody, I think would be special. I know I'm in a weird spot because I'm affiliated with a business and all that stuff,
but that's all right. That's what makes this better because you're seeing it from that standpoint. That's all right.
I try during these keep it as the hobby Smash, not the Rip and Gypsy side of stuff, but just that when you see each other, we're part of Midwest's Discord and possibly looking into doing an RG Discord and just you get people. There's a guy named Newman. It goes by Newey in there, and I get a DM or a message from him once daily, if not with every 2 to 3 days. Just, hey, hope you have a great day. It's nice. The dude takes 30 seconds out of his day, probably commences DMs a few people that, right. Hey, just hope you have a great day. So to connect with people, I think that's that. Now, I'll let Balls on that subject before I jump.
Well, looking at that part of it,
I don't like this view either. Like, go back to the other one.
You can play Rip and Gypsy. I'll play the small man.
There you go.
But if looking at certain things, even like in your chat, Jeff, one of the things you'll notice, and I'm going to point out 2 different names. There's a bunch of people that do it, but you'll see Jim F and Shaq say hi to almost everybody that pops in.
Right.
That simple
Real.
hey, and that simple acknowledgement, like you said, showing up to somebody's stream that you might not. The other day, I showed up to Tom T's. It was just me and Tom T in the stream. He's trying Popeye's chicken sandwich for the first time.
Nice.
You know, I think some of those small things, and to point out something that happened, last night with the fundraiser that happened.
Oh yeah.
I thought about the moment that. Think about how Scott feels today. It was how I felt the day after we had the charity for Mended Little Hearts. I rode a high like no other for the next week and a half because of what we did. And I know Jimmy feels that way. I know Smash feels that way today because seeing everybody come together, and you could play just a small part in that by sharing a simple retweet or, just simple things. If you wanted to make somebody's day, shipping's like $4. Skip McDonald's one time for the next month, and you can pay for somebody's shipping, and that feels crazy to some people. That people are just like, oh, that's such an awesome thing. You don't have to think of racks as. Oftentimes we see one card that is a white whale for a lot of people.
Yeah,
but a rack could be a simple just PWE of somebody's card that they collect, just letting you know that you think about them.
Right.
I think that's the big thing. You build that community connection through those type of things.
And I think I just want to add something before Smash continues on, before I bring it back to Smash, because you did mention rack or racks, and we had touched on this a little bit pre-show. This is that time of the year. I got some things going on right now where I'm raising money through my auctions and stuff to try to help out a couple families for Christmas. We all need to be doing that if we can in some way or another. Now, it doesn't mean that you have to donate or give up a bunch of money or hundreds of dollars and whatnot. Simply either be a part of another one, spread the word. Again, Balls just said spreading the word. Guys, the Crohn's colitis thing we did with our Mr. Hecker, that was amazing, right? We started out at 5Ks a goal. I was like, dude, 10K. We got this group. We got this crazy crew. 10K easy. We ended up doing way past that. And not everybody could donate. Not everybody had the money. But you know how many people out there helped spread the word, made things happen, shared? You can simply do that, or you can get involved and raise it. Heck, you can start your own. If you want to start your own, being somebody taking on an initiative doesn't mean you have to sell all of your stuff and it's all your money. You can get something together and say, hey, a group of people that you know that'll be down, do you guys want to go be down and you guys want to get something? You want to get a Cub Foods gift card or a Walmart gift card for a family, $100 or $50 gift card, whatever it might be for somebody who's struggling, right? Or to give to a family. Maybe the single mother or single father can't get gifts for their kid. They're struggling, right? They don't have a job right now. Giving them a $100 gift card, whatever it might be. Like, this is the time of year to really do that. And I'm not saying we shouldn't just stress on this time of year. I mean, all year round, you should be looking at that. It's not just this time, right? They say the season of giving, but you should always have that in your mentality. But this time of year seems to be a little bit harder struggle for some because the pressure's on them. The pressure's on the parents to, especially if they have younger ones or even older ones, because the older ones want the more expensive stuff, right? To get them gifts. And sometimes they just can't come through or they can't make it happen. So how cool would it be if you did have $20 or $5 or $1 or $100 or whatever you wanted to donate towards something that somebody's put together, or you decided you wanted to put it together and get a group to go on. So I just wanted to add that. Smash, I want to send it back over to you, my guy.
Catch. Hey, you said something. What's that?
I just said, what's up, Warcraft? He just saw him in the stream. So
we just talked bad about him for 10 minutes. Oh, crap. Don't go back and watch the first 10 minutes of Warcraft. It's bad. Now, so a couple things you said that I'll be very blunt, irritate me to the bone. And
that I said
you said it, and then you came back on it. So I'm glad you did. But everybody's like, "Oh, this time of year."
Oh yeah.
Oh hey, this is the one thing I'm gonna. Oh, it's December, and now I'm gonna look out for other people. I I know it's when it's in our front. It's in our front view. That's why when most people take advantage of it because it's in everybody's front view.
Right.
But guns. Let's take guns for example. I mean, he's doing some kind of charity event on his show, taking money out of his pocket to give it to other people monthly, if not bi-weekly. And I'm not saying you have to be that. Don't have to go out, give away stuff to people, 24/7. Just realize that, you might realize people are hurting now, but realize throughout the year. It's like me on Veterans Day. It was like, oh, thank a veteran today. It's like, no, don't. If today's the one day you're going to thank a veteran, I'd rather you not talk to me.
Right.
That's
exactly.
But it's one of those. That's me. And if
I agree.
I rub somebody wrong way, I'm sorry. There's no refunds for the show. You've already paid your admission, so take that back. But other things. You're talking about racks and the white whale card. And there's a lot of people that come together and try to do something over the top for somebody, which is just to show them that little extra. If it's a single person, you could do a rack for approximately 10 minutes of your time for under $1. And it costs an envelope, a piece of paper, a pen or pencil, and a stamp. So maybe $1.50 now because USPS keeps upping their stuff.
Right.
But so under $2, I guarantee everybody goes past a location to where they can drop a letter into the post service. Be it your mailbox, be it on campus, be it at school. Driving through town. There's drop off is easy, and getting people's names and numbers and addresses.
Yeah.
It's not that hard. A lot of people will ask me or Mindy for someone's address to send them something. Of course, the first thing we do is go to that person and want, hey, this person, someone, we don't say who, someone wants to send you something. Can we pass your address along? And 9 times out of 10, it's, well, if you trust them, go ahead and give it to them.
Right.
So you can get names and addresses for people if you want to reach out to them. So just keep that in mind. It doesn't take, $100, $20. If you want to make somebody's day, this is as bad as it sounds. One of the things I did for back when I was in my Navy times.
Yeah.
I would go grab $20 gift cards for like the gas station that was, right off base.
Yeah.
Who doesn't use gas? Who doesn't, yeah. Okay. So there might be 10% of people or 20% of people that, use transportation systems and stuff like that. But, if you get a Wawa or a Sheetz or a Get Go or insert brand of gas station that's popular in your area here, Casey's. I'm trying. West Coast guys, I'm sorry, I don't know your stuff.
Yeah.
If you want to send $20, like I said, that's skipping a out to eat meal 2 or 3 times in a month.
Right.
You buy somebody a gas card, and guess what? I always love buying gift cards for people because it's like, oh, you know what? So it's a 50-50 shot someone's going to use it. I've never heard of anybody not using a gas gift card. Like those things get used constantly.
Yeah.
So this is my 4 cents on that since I took more than 2.
No, that's good. Balls, anything you want to add on kind of what Smash was, basically what he was saying is, it's not just this time of year for whatever it is, Veterans Day, Christmas time, giving, racking, thanking veterans, basically going through your daily life, right? You should try to be doing these things and saying your thank yous and saying your hellos and giving and sharing and spreading love really daily. And if you do that, it's an awesome feeling. And I'm going to tell you that, I always tell you guys that in streams too. Like if you haven't been somebody that's like been someone that wants to give, and you're somebody who maybe in the past has been somebody that really just always looks to receive, once you start to really do that giving or giving more to others, you start to realize that receiving is not the fun part of it. I mean, it's cool, yeah, like okay, you get some, but that's really not it. Like it's seeing someone else happy, it's making someone else's day, and it's trying to spread that. And I guess why I want to bring this topic up, because I don't want this to be like hey, you focus on one person and you do one good deed or one good rack or whatever, and then you move on. That's kind of like focusing back on the season, right? Or just this is the time of the year, this is when we do it. You should be focusing on trying to spread that all over. And I'm not saying that you have to take money out of your pocket and you have to go get $40 gift cards at a gas station for every person in your community or every other. No, but you can get things going with groups of people within the hobby and do things like that. And here's the other thing. It goes back to what I started with. You may know that there's even simpler things you can do, like pop in and support and get into other people's streams. Maybe someone who doesn't have as big a following, maybe somebody, whatever, you may make someone's day that way too. It doesn't always have to be you giving just your time, your attention, right? Your interaction with someone else could make someone else's day. So, just keep that in mind. I guess that's really where I wanted to add on that. Did you guys want to tie into kind of what we were talking about right before we went live? Kind of the ideas, or do you want to go on something else first?
Yeah, we can kind of kick it.
I think it's going to take a little time because I think there's going to be people with questions and different things, and we won't get into necessarily specifics, but yeah, go ahead.
All right, so one of the we were kind of pre-chatting and getting conversations going. We would say less known streams or less known people. We talk about going into people's streams and stuff. And I'll be honest. I know Warcraft comes and hangs out with us constantly. I know I see him all the place. I know Mindy talks to him a lot. She came in and said, "Oh yeah, we're talking about pre-thing. Oh, he's such a sweetheart. He's a good guy." So I know him from. I didn't realize he did auctions every week. Every week after guns. And usually you're up a little bit longer just because Mindy's usually on, and I'm back here. Things on the background. But
right.
The thing that Def has mentioned in streams previously, I'll give him the credit. But one of the things is some kind of resource to where there's a bulletin board / schedule / TV guide or dish guide or whatever, where people can go and a list, written in lipstick, whatever it wants to be. Just people can go and say, I find it on Monday and when, Monday, some Tuesdays when Def's not on, I'm kind of sitting in my office after work and after stuff, and I kind of want to turn on YouTube and veg out. And, my usually go-tos are Buck City. And, of course, I'm always in Gypsy stuff because I'm, legally obligated by marriage to be there, and I have to support her. But there's these other people where I've subscribed to them, and the notifications don't always work. And I can remember when Egg was running his auctions, and I would get maybe one of 3 notifications, and I would more find out when people are on. When
I made it last one smash. Last one of the year, like a week or two ago on a Sunday or Monday. I don't even remember what night it was. And I don't even know how I came across that. That's the first one I've ever made of his. He pops in all the time, and I always knew he's done them, but I could never find him or get to it because it would never let me know. So,
and there's other people like you guys might not know them. We hang out with Apex Cards a lot. They're down, retail blaster people out of Louisiana area, and there's popular guys. Papa J's one of those guys too. Older grandpa that likes opening cards and. There's a lot of people. There's some guys I've just started following, like Frank 502. This great content, and it's just like I don't know, So some of them aren't live broadcasters, and we get it. That's you got to go watch their stuff and look for their stuff. But the live people that want the interaction and want to give people the experience, I feel like I personally am missing probably 80% of people's streams that I even subscribe to. So. Right. There was some kind of, hey, I'm bored, who's on? And I can go to a website and it populated a list and potential links and whatnot to go, hey, here's who's trusted by the individuals that run the site. So I'm going to put Def under the bus on that one. If people that are good for the community on his guidelines are people recommended for him and he's talked to them and, it's, oh, hey, these people are on. Let me go hang out and see it. It might not even be, you just go and hang out and don't say anything. There's the looky-loos and the lurkers are the current code words Mindy uses. But, if you just go and hang out and just, yeah, Tom T. You know what? Tom T's another one that, I'll be honest. I've bought stuff from Tom, bought stuff for a couple weeks ago. Then I got out of my rhythm and my sync because my job times kind of changed, and I come back and I'll be damned. I can tell you the last time I've seen Tom on personally. It's not because he hasn't been on. Probably it's because I haven't caught it.
Right.
And eBay is not helping me out here. So, or not eBay, but YouTube is not helping me out here. So, there's something somewhere that's an idea that's kind of kicking around my head of some kind of centralized form. And yeah, I'll be honest, if something like that happens, I would suspect that I would assume for the, between $2 and $5 based on your stream or business, give to the person running the website to pay for the website and pay for the URL and pay for their time.
Right.
Doing it, a couple bucks a month to have people be able to find you easier and faster, to me is not outrageous.
Right.
It also prevents people from just sending Def's consulting team and to sit there and have to go look at Bobby Billjack's backyard car opening breaks, and he's like, "Oh, I want to add it," and there's always that chance. Someone goes, "Okay, we'll add him to it." And hey man, it's a couple bucks. I don't want to pay to be on it. Okay, then you're not supporting the people supporting you.
And we're still going to work out logistics. Like there's a lot on the back end, but there will be like some verification type process. So we may not have to go watch Bobby in the backyard's everything, but just because somebody says, "Hey, Def," or whoever they're going to report to, "Hey, I want to get added," or "I want it on there," it's going to be as easy as contacting us and just saying, "Hey, I want my link added," because we don't want to put somebody up there that's going to come back and say, "Why am I on this website list that lets people know when I'm live," which should help them. But some people might not like that. Some people may not want that. They don't want it. They don't have to have it. But there'll be some kind of verification where, it's not like you said again. So we don't just get people in there like doing some weird stuff, troll stuff, or stuff that's not like, compliant to, TOS terms of services or whatever else. And they're just trying to like screw the website. So the website gets reported for something or shot down or whatever. So we'll do verification. Like I said, like Michael, when he's saying, or Matthew, I'll call you.
Matthew.
What he's
part of the stream's description of Matthew today.
What he's saying, we got someone wanting to join us here. Wait, I'm going to get him in a second. I'm going to get you in 1 second, brother. What he's saying is, we will have some kind of minimum. We're not going to charge an arm and leg, and it's not going to be monthly. It'll be like a one-time thing, like you're committed, and you actually want to be a part of it, and you're going to be legit, and it's going to be someone you're going to be active at least, once a week or twice a week for at least an hour or a little bit of time, not just sitting there.
I say monthly.
Yeah, monthly, like once monthly, whatever. All right.
Remember,
What's up? What's going on, man? Welcome. Hey, dude, are you on your phone?
Yeah, I'm on my phone, bro. It's the first time ever going on a live stream. I saw the link and was like, I'm getting in on this shit.
So here, hey, are you on an iPhone or a Samsung, or what are you on?
Oh, am I sideways? Hold on.
No, if you turn it sideways, it gets a better picture. There you go.
Now we're full screen.
There we go.
Now you're full. Now you know. So anytime, if you ever stream from your phone, always know to do it landscape. That way you get the full.
All right.
Otherwise, you're always going to have the big black bars. I had to teach Balls this, so most people go through that learning process, but it's all good, man. Welcome, man. We got the one and only Bud Stoney, man. How you doing?
Yeah. Like I said, I saw the link. I thought I'd stop in. I'm just kind of chilling out.
Cool.
Pulling out some cards out of my PC for a couple response videos, trying to fill out some letters for TTMs. Okay. Just listening in, and wanted to say I hope everyone's having a wonderful and blessed day today.
Awesome, man. So have you been listening so far, or did you just get on the stream? Like, did you just pop like in the chat? Were you in the chat? Did you hear?
I've been kind of in and out, honestly.
Okay. Did you hear what we were just talking about? Like about the website with the live that'll show everyone who's live, or having like live posted links like one place, because like if people will say, why don't you just use YouTube notifications? Well, the problem is, like we were just talking, like let's say I didn't know Warcraft's exact way or spelling of how he has his YouTube, or if he changed his YouTube name at any time. Usually when you search YouTube, it's the old way it was typed in. And even if I notifications on and I go to YouTube and look, he probably wouldn't even show up on my thing. YouTube wouldn't recommend it. This would be a website that you can go to that you would know. The website would never change, the site itself. It'd just be a listing or something with either a list, it'd have icons, it'd be links. You just click on the person, tell you how many people are watching right now, or we don't even have to put that on there. We can decide the logistics on the back end, but it'll be a link so that people can go. It's a Tuesday night, like Smash just said. And I'm not Deafness isn't doing his auction, and he doesn't know where to go because he doesn't know anyone else is live. He go to this site and see other places in the hobby that he can go to, like a TV guide type thing, like Mike says. Yeah.
Well, I did hear you guys talking about not getting the YouTube notifications half the time, and that's been happening to me just recently, and it's frustrating.
Right. So what's your take on it? Like on the whole site?
On the website, I think it's a fantastic idea. It'll give people an opportunity to just go there and find out what they want to watch, click on it, and just join in on the fun.
Right. All right. Cool.
Absolutely.
Cool. Smash, Smash or Balls, did you want to add anything with this whole link? He's talking Balls. Any thoughts on it?
Like you said, we'd have to work the logistics out, but then you could actually look into like specialized channels. So some people like watching just mail days be open. Some people want to watch box breaks. One of the shows I watch is Go GTS Live, and I enjoy some of the information that they give out beforehand. You learn about the hobby, other aspects that you don't see in your Twitter community as much. So for me, once you'd be able to like standardize and see where, you'd have the ability to break down what shows, and for a viewer, who wouldn't want that opportunity, for a personalized website to find what you want to watch when you want to watch it.
Tim Lehman says, I don't have any problem getting notifications on YouTube. Well, you're one of the lucky ones, my friend, because most people typically don't get notifications. Jimmy was just talking about it the other night. He doesn't get notified when anybody's live. He's not hardly ever in my streams, even if he could make it, because he doesn't get notified. So,
I'll tell you, I did not get notified for this stream.
What's that?
What it is.
For this stream today, I didn't get notifications for it.
Notifications. So Smash didn't get notified when we went live on this stream. So it is an issue. YouTube does have a problem. Layman, you're in the good spot. You're in the driver's seat. This wouldn't benefit you maybe per se, but maybe it would, because remember, this is going to be a list. So you may find somebody new. Like, let's say you didn't know about Apex Cards. Let's say Apex Cards is in this list, or the one and only Bud Stoney's in this. If you don't already have your notifications on and you're not sub to him or Apex Cards, you're not going to find him unless you stumble across him some other time. You go to this list, or you're wondering who's live because you haven't gotten any notifications because the people you would get notifications for aren't live, and you don't have anyone else. You can go see who do I want to check out tonight. I'm kind of interested in checking out YouTube tonight, but nobody's live. You can go to that list and you can find somebody new, like the one and only Bud Stoney, like Apex Cards, like Smash, Rip and Gypsy, Balls, whoever it might be, anybody in the chat. So
I'll be honest, I really like the idea Balls brought up to have almost subcategories, to where are you looking for a break? Watch a break. You're looking to watch. I don't think it sounds negative, but retail suppliers. Some people get on just open. I'll throw Apex under the bus. He does breaks here and there, but his primary is people buy retail blasters they can't find, and he doesn't mark them up like crazy. And he covers his costs and probably makes a few bucks, which is everybody has a business. That's fine, but
right.
It's hey, I'm gonna go buy a blaster box I can't find. Oh, Apex is on. I'll go look at see what he has. Or if you have just general content, people, which I guess the other would be auctions. This is a Squish. Say hi, Squish.
Hi, Squish.
You are Squish. No, sit down.
What's up, little man? What's up, buddy? What's up, Squish?
Jeff Balls, and I can't remember his name because I just met him.
One and only Bud Stoney.
Bud Stoney. Sorry, I'll write it down. Yeah. Doesn't he got the coolest mustache?
He does have the coolest mustache.
Sure.
The coolest game.
Okay, go on.
All right, so check this out. Sorry to interrupt. I just didn't want to interrupt your stream, but I did want to hop in and say I hope everyone's having a wonderful and blessed day.
Yeah.
That was really awesome that Deafness hopped into a Warcraft stream the other night. I think Warcraft really took that to heart. And I just saw someone in the chat a few minutes ago had put, it's not always about the money. Some of the best gifts don't cost a thing. That only took a moment of Deafness's time to get into Warcraft stream. And if you guys go back and watch that stream, you can really hear the emotion that Warcraft had, which was it. I felt it in my heart too. So it was great. It was fantastic, man. It was really awesome. And like I said, I'm sorry to interrupt your stream. I saw the link. I was like, I'm going to hop in on this. I just wanted to say I really am happy that it's the holiday season. I'm looking forward to a fresh year. Hopefully everyone's having a great one. Always remember, don't divide today. Without unity, there's no cardmunity. And have fun, enjoy collecting, and keep on rocking. Much love.
Thanks for coming on. And you just might have started other people wanting to join after we're live, because you're the first person. This is the third episode. You're the first person to come on and, you know, take the link and actually want to come aboard.
Just trying to reach out, man. Just trying to grow the cardmunity and spread the love, man. That's what it's all about. We need more of it in this world, especially these days. It's all about the unity, man. Let's just keep growing together.
We appreciate
and you just actually brought a thought to me really quickly. Yeah. One of the greatest parts about the cardmunity is we don't talk about any of the other BS. We don't talk about the news or politics. It's just about the cards. We all have that in common. It's just about the cards. And I absolutely love to be a part of that. I'm thankful and blessed to be a part of that. So thank you guys. And thank you guys for doing this live stream and letting me hop in today, Deafness.
Yeah, for sure, brother. All right, man. See you in chat. Appreciate you, man.
See everybody around. Much love.
Yep, later.
I like him. Where's he from?
I don't know exactly where he is from, but he could probably tell us in chat. Yeah, he's going to be hanging in the stream. So here's the thing. I want to get to
know him more. I like him.
I want to get to this question I have on here, but I don't want to get off topic yet. And I saw Gate City Picker put something in that. So Ronowski's breaks. We're going to get to your question in 1 minute. I want to address Gate City Picker's got something over in the chat, and he said, one problem I see is a creator stops making content. Before you know it, a good portion of the list has dead links. Well, here's the thing. They really would. They could be dead links, but it notifies, it puts your link up when you go live. So the list is not going to be a list. It's not going to be this. I think what you're looking at is you think it's going to be this long list, and it's going to be a list, and then just some of them are going to be live and some aren't. When they go live, it'll be integrated. It'll pop into live. So even if
updated, a self-updating list,
you won't see their name unless they're live. So that's it. They won't show up. It won't be a long list. It won't be the Christmas list of all your toys, and you only got 3 of them, and the rest of them were all X'd out. So they're gonna sit there. That's not how it's gonna be. So. What up, Tom T in the building? Now we're getting some people in here. All right.
Let's see if Tom's internet works.
Tom, you got any thing you want to talk? You want to say? Well, first introduce yourself, but secondly, after that, you want to add anything he's talking about? The internet bad?
Tom's internet's always bad.
Compelled to come in and join.
You're good, man. I think you're just internet's spotty though.
Oh, okay, hang on a second. Let's try this.
Maybe put some tinfoil on the top of your antenna of your phone.
And on the top of your head.
So Mark, So the idea, guys and gals that are watching, the website list, it wouldn't be a stagnant list where you just type it in and there's a link.
1 second.
It would update. So say like right now, Deafness is on. If you clicked on the website right now, it would show Deafness is on. Now, when Deafness signs off and you refresh the website, Deafness' name will drop off the list for saying he's on live or he's on currently.
You won't even see me. If I'm not live, you're not even. If you go to that website, you don't even see me. You only see a list of who is actively live when you go to that website. That's it. Simple. I mean, there's a lot in the back end to build it. I have the guy that can do it. I have the team that can do it. It's going to happen. It's coming, guys. We're going to work out some other things. Hopefully it'll get, and I want to say one thing before Smash says something with his hand up. This is not going to be just a website list of Deafness, Smash, Balls, Tom T, the one and only Bud Stoney, Gate City Picker, Jim F, whoever, of just who is within our community. Again, there will be a verification process to make sure that whoever wants to be added to the site is doing content, is hobby related in some form or fashion. But it could be somebody that you never see in our streams that's like, hey, I want to get on board on this because it will help my channel. I'll get visibility. I might gain some other people. And it'll be a way to just grow the hobby community and bring more people together, right? The one and only Bud Stoney said unity, growing, things of that. That's exactly what this could do. So it's not, and if people don't want to be on it, they don't have to be on it. But it's not going to be like, oh, Deafness is doing it. I'm not in his community right now, so I guess I can't be added. No, as long as you're doing legit stuff, terms of service is right, and all that crap, you follow the rules on your own, like you're not doing anything you shouldn't be, you're not doing racist stuff or this or that. We'll verify it. You'll be on the list. Your thing will pop up when you're live. So, Smash, go ahead. Let's let Tom introduce himself first. Smash.
I'll pass it down. So I just want everybody to note that Def said on stream he has a dude. So, Tom, to you.
I do have a dude.
No problem, Smash. Hey, is this a little bit better?
Yeah.
Yay!
All right. And anybody that's been into my stream, like Smash says, Tom's internet always sucks, and I wish I had better, but I do what I can. I felt compelled to join because it's the beard crowd. So
there you go. We love it, man.
Mine is probably the least of all the beards that have been on here so far, but I think I have the most gray. So
there you go. I pluck all mine out, like I tried to.
I'm not allowed to.
A couple in there, but you don't pluck them all.
Bud Stoney sounded really cool.
Yeah.
Good attitude, great attitude, and I just felt compelled to join when I saw him pop on, and thought I'd come in and say hi and join the chat if you don't mind.
No, you're good, man. That's fine. You can join in what we're kind of talking about. Balls, you got something to add to whatever we were referring to or talking about?
Well, yeah, because I kind of thinking of like Tom T. There's so many new collectors that are getting back into the hobby that would have this website to be able to relate. They're, not new collectors, but people that ran away after the 90s, after the junk wax era, that are now getting back in the hobby, where Tom's got some of the older product that they would like ripping. He's got some of the newer stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So with that platform that you're talking about, that there would be,
yep,
the amount of content would just double or triple. You could find what you want when you want. One of the things that crossed through my mind was like a set builder. If somebody is in particular searching for like a certain, say, 52 set, they want the whole 52 set, and they're missing certain cards from it, they're going to know more history about those players and that specific set itself, because their mission is to finish it. And you could learn so much more about the community and the cards themselves, that it would bring you into their community. And that's kind of what I would envision out of it. You would find, people that PC, Carter's kids, PC Gary Carter, you would learn their stories if they were on that platform. You could learn so much that it's a no-brainer in my mind, honestly.
Yeah.
Tom, what are your thoughts on a platform like that?
Yeah, no, that sounded great. Just when you just mentioned set builders, absolutely. And you never know who's got what. Never know whose collection. You never know what people have in their collections. Anybody's looking to complete sets. You may have something that we don't have. I may have something that they don't have. I heard the other day, I can't remember who it was, in one of the streams was talking about finishing their 40 or working on their 48 Bowman set. And I don't know if it was in this group, but I've got doubles of my 48 Bowmans because I have a 48 Bowman set plus doubles and triples. So
Quados, I'm not sure.
Nice, Mark.
It might have been Quados. I think it was.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, you go along the line of 4 or 5 different guys, and you never realize that Quados would have no idea that I would have doubles and triples of 48 Bowman.
Right.
And that's a way to, just when he said set builders, that's what hit my mind, you know. And if I'm looking to get a few cards for sets, and that's another avenue, it's you know, but just to get in on the platform and get out there, and once people know everybody, that's kind of what happens, I think.
And Tom T, and some may not even know. I mean, if you guys haven't been in one of Tom T's live streams, which again, whether you're not subbed, whether you just don't know, this first time you see him, maybe. He goes live on occasions. He kind of works it around his schedule. You know, he's a contracted worker, so it fluctuates. He doesn't necessarily have an exact set schedule. It's not like me when I go live at 6 on Tuesday nights with auctions and Smash or Rippin'. He doesn't want to make it business-like, but he's on the show, so I'm going to bring it up just in this case, you know, when they're live, you know, throughout the week, right, through the weekend. So with that being said, if you guys had never been a part of one of his streams, you guys wouldn't know that he had bought pallets of like 83 tops. And I mean, he's got 85 tops, and he's got all sorts of stuff still unopened. Like, this is a guy that you're looking at right here that doesn't own a card shop or doesn't own a card store, but he has a virtual card store pretty much on his YouTube channel with like 300 subscribers, which I think the guy should have 1,000 plus, and more people should know about him because he has such awesome stuff to offer them. You know, just like Rippin' and them, they should be way beyond where they're even sitting at right now as a breaking company. You bring these things up with what they offer and what they have to offer, and the services and how they treat their people in their communities, and how great of people they are, and how great they are just in the community. The kind of product and the wide variety of stuff they have, you know, like Tom T is kind of like my boys over at Classic Pack Breaks. I don't think it's that versatile in unopened stuff, obviously, because they still have, I think they have 60s and 70-year-old packs of baseball that are unopened. Maybe Tom does. Maybe I don't know the extent. But I know he has a lot of stuff, and I know he has a wide variety of stuff, and he offers to sell. He has a list he puts in his thing, in his description when he's live, and, you know, he puts his pricing out there, and you can buy packs, and he'll rip them on stream, on live. And it's just a good time. It's a good hangout. You know, it's not a pressure thing. It's not like he's a card breaker per se. He's not selling breaks. He's just randomly putting out there. If people want to buy a pack here or there with his boxes that he has already cracked, you know, already cracked open, so be it. I've gotten quite a few different 85. You know, that's one of my favorite sets with the Kirby Puckett rookie. So anyway, I want to move on. I know Smash is over there getting bored. He's chomping around like, what's going on? So I want all of us to touch on this. Ronowski, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing this wrong. Ronowski Breaks had a question. He said, do you think 2020 Prism football will be stronger than 2021 Prism basketball? So this year's football to the coming up actual Prism basketball. I think that's a very, very good question. So this is an interesting topic that we actually brought up on the line that I was on Saturday was Prism Breaks of football. And what about Prism next year? Like Prism, there's Rip and there's Mindy from Rippin' Gypsy herself.
Hey, guys.
Football from 2020 football, even we compare that to 2021 football, right? All right, so here's the thing. Here's what was brought up. Quarterbacks, right, are usually the big chase and really what kind of fluctuate the value of how many hot rookie quarterbacks are out there. There was only a couple really this year, okay? Right now, I think there's 6 or 7 that are high target picks. So what is that going to do if we want to compare Prism football to basketball this year and then go from football this year to Prism football next year with the prices already 1,000 plus a hobby box? Where do you guys think this goes? Where does this take us to? Smash, I'm going to start with you since you've had a time to finish your dinner over there. You're trying to gallop in your beer. I'm trying to take you away from all your little time and gaps you have to drink that.
I know this is my video game time for the week too. Thanks. This is my video game time for the week too.
I know. Well, I appreciate you being on today, buddy.
So the things I sacrificed for friends.
I had to save the show. I wasn't going to go live.
I was told I had to. Somebody came to my office and told me my agent booked me.
I'll be honest. Balls told me like in text earlier, like 5 o'clock. Let me know I was going to work tonight, and I hadn't heard from anyone. And then finally, Mindy had DM'd me on Twitter and said, "Smash would join." I'm like, all right, so Balls is going to join us then, and we'll see what else happens. So we appreciate it. We appreciate you being here with us and not playing games right now.
Let me verify the question is, are we talking about, do you think 2020 Prism football will be stronger than 21 basketball?
Because it's considered 2021 2021 season, because it's starting at the end of the year. I
don't think this year's basketball is going to be as crazy as last year's basketball for 3 solid reasons. One, watching the draft, I would say the common person had no idea who the top 10 picks were. Like we didn't know. Like there wasn't a pre-basketball season in college. There wasn't the hype around it like you normally get.
No March Madness.
Yeah, there wasn't the build-up to get, hey, this is Zion Williams. This is Ja Morant. This is Barrett. These are your big guys coming out. I'll be honest, I'm watching the draft going, who's that guy? Who's that guy? But I watched for the season, right? So I think that's going to hurt the basketball, the whole basketball series coming up. Now they can go and save it and go pull out, the Kobe stickers they have stored away. He signed probably thousands before he died, so they might be able to save some stuff, but I don't think you're going to see that. The other thing that's going to play into it is, in the world we currently live in, hopefully we're on the downhill slide of, COVID, and there's not going to be a stimulus check to help everybody bump up, spending beginning of the spring when all that stuff comes out. Right. I don't think there's going to be that much money available for the common collector. And I'll talk about that in a second because that just irks the crap out of me. But I don't think it's going to be there. I just don't think. Plus, people are going to start getting back into, hopefully going to card shows and going out and doing other things that we can't do currently. That the hobby is filling that void, and I got buddies who I haven't seen for almost a year that we talk to each other. But first time I get a chance, we're going out, we're going drinking. It is what it is.
Right.
Now the other thing I want to. When I say common collector, I do not mean to be disrespectful to people, but at some point, and me and some other well-known people in the hobby have had this conversation. We're on the same page. I don't want to name drop and talk, but they have a show on Thursdays. This bubble that we're living in right now is there's the people driving the market up, quote unquote, buying cards, these extreme amount of cards. They're not hobby collectors, they're hobby investors. There's people that are buying this stuff hoping that it's kind of almost self-inflating, to me. Yeah. Could this year's Ja or this year's Kobe White or this year's Zion it turned out in 20 years to be a 1986 Fleer Michael Jordan card and be worth millions of dollars or hundred thousands of dollars or whatever you want to go with? It could. Likelihood, not there. The reason I say that is because how many players have had cards that haven't turned into that? There's the Mickey Mantle, that's the holy grail in baseball. There's the Jordan rookie, that's the holy grail in football.
Right.
Hockey, probably a Gretzky or somebody else. Rookie. I'm sorry, hockey guys. I don't follow that closely. I know I saw it. That's why, dude. I'm so excited. We'll talk about hockey at the end. Let's remember the Tom's on. We're Tom Lee's going to talk about hockey.
That off air.
But to be very blunt and honest, Prism football. People are like, oh, it's Panini and it's Tops and it's Leaf driving the prices up. Minnie doesn't do cards. So we order a couple boxes here and there, and we sell them to some collectors that are friends of ours that at the prices that we normally would sell them at, not this market value price stuff.
Right.
Panini, Topps, Leaf, Onyx, those guys haven't changed their prices. Maybe $5, $10 over last year's pre-sale values going out to the market. It's the secondary people and their big companies and their, it is what it is. It's those guys you go to online and buy cards because that's the only place you can get them because the way the allocation system works.
Daddy hugs.
Give me a hug. But the problem is those guys are the ones setting the market. Prism Football currently is selling for what? $1,150 to $1,200 a box from these wholesalers online.
Right.
$140 a box was what they bought it for.
Right.
$140 a box. And they are turning around and selling it to people for over $1,000.
Right.
And I'm going to be honest. For people that didn't know, $140 a box is what they paid for.
Right, but it's again, it's whatever we're gonna pay for, whatever we're gonna drive it up.
And I get that. And people
there's retail and everything else not being available. People, you know what I mean. And now they want a guaranteed autograph or two.
And I get it. I'm happy. I have a friend that owns an LCS, and he's ecstatic right now because he's making money for the first time. Actually making real money owning a business for 35 or 25, 30 years.
Right.
Or he's not stressing about hopefully his eBay sales go well on single cards because he needs to make sure he can keep his business open. And he's been doing it for 25, 30 years, back when card shows was their primary source of income. But said at some point these investors, these big end people that are coming in buying all this stuff and driving the market up, or realize they're only driving it up on each other because Smash. I used to go buy my kids a hobby box a month. Hasn't happened. Hell, I can't even find a retail box for my kids.
Right.
Not happening. I'm going to stop being able to buy cards for my kids. So guess what? My son and daughter might lose interest in the hobby until they get older, until this pops. You have to feel about how bad the economy is, and then you got people over here selling boxes for $1,000. So it's. I don't know who Mike from Colorado is, but I'm trying to rant about it. But I think once the market gets back to where it was 2019, where it was 20, 30, $40 markup on a thing. Hey, opening week it might be $100 markup, and then a few weeks later you see it. Okay, it starts coming down because there's the new products out and that kind of thing. So hopefully we get back to the cycle of getting stuff out and getting people back interested. I hope it rights itself. But I'm worried about small businesses in the interim of, mid-level breakers or, people that are buying and reselling and stuff like that, because when the market crashes, the big online wholesalers aren't losing their money. They've already bought it for $140 a box.
Right.
Okay, I can't make $1,000 on it. I'll make $200. But these guys that bought it for $1,000 are going to have to sell it for $1,000.
Right.
To make anything. Sell it to just break even. So I'm worried. Everybody's like, I really want to get in the sports cards and become, I can buy cards here. But I was like, be very careful because no one knows when that bubble is going to pop either.
Oh, right. Right. Exactly.
I'll shut up now. Back to happy stuff.
All right. So Tom. Yeah.
With the all Canadian division for NHL. The NHL has an all-Canadian division this year. That way a Canadian team can make the playoffs.
All right, no more hockey.
It's about time.
On topic. So Tom T. The first thing I want to hear about into what he was saying or what he was talking about, minus the hockey part, Jab was he said
we'll talk soccer next.
He said that this rookie class is nothing or nowhere near. Okay. On paper, maybe that's what it looks like right now. But I'm interested to see what you have to say about that without us really seeing them play NBA games yet.
Right. Honestly, the first comments that he made, I was shaking my head, and I agree with everything else he said on a lot of the other stuff. But I kind of feel that the NBA might have used up its ammo last year with interest. Now, that's not to say that the hardcore NBA fans aren't going to be looking for the NBA product, but I think I don't know what the term I'm looking for is, but the once in a while NBA crowd really got sucked in on Zion, Ja, Kobe, and those other guys. And I include myself as one of those people. Now, it did draw me back to the NBA when I hadn't been into the NBA since back in the bad boy days, being from Detroit. I've been sitting on all my 80, 88, 89, 90 basketball cards because of the Pistons, when the Pistons were good. Now, if it wasn't for what had happened with this, with us getting thrown into what we got thrown into, I probably wouldn't have got back into basketball, honestly. But since I had nothing else to watch, I sat down and started watching basketball again. You know what I realized? I kind of dig basketball. It's been a long time since I watched basketball. So it drew me back in then. But, I agree with what Smash said. The names is what drew me in. And actually, it was a lot of you guys that drew me in talking about these guys. You guys were excited about these cards. You guys were talking about Zion. I wasn't big into the college basketball over the last few years. I knew Zion because I was a Michigan fan. I watched Michigan State games, and I hear the talk. But these players got shorted because their college careers got cut short. So they weren't household names like these other guys were. So do they have a chance to come and make a name for themselves? Absolutely. You got Edwards, Wiseman, Ball. These guys may come out, and we may find out that Edwards is better than Zion. We don't know.
Isaac Aurora for Cleveland.
Yep.
He was drafted 5th. I said, who did I say in the pre-draft show when they were saying, I said, someone asked where I thought he was going to go, and I said, I don't think he'll be picked 5, but Cleveland would be the place for him to go. He ended up getting picked 5 by Cleveland.
I hope he's amazing.
Yeah, yeah, sure. Yep. And
that's just it. And Tom hit it right on. And Smash really brought it up too when he was talking about it. We didn't have March Madness. We didn't have full season. There wasn't guys to come out and be like, hey, I'm Isaac Aurora, and this is Isaac, and he dominated the March Madness tournament. Now he's a crazy player. We don't know. I mean, this class could be better than last year's class. We don't know until they start playing games and they play through a while, and these guys get their opportunity to play, and some of them may not get their opportunity the first year. The Edwards top picks will, but some of these guys that might, there's always a guy that comes out here, Tyler Hero. Where was he drafted? How late in the draft was Tyler Hero?
He went to Miami.
No, how far, how long into the draft? I mean, it was back, right? So we're going to have players like this, I'm sure, this year. Balls, give me your thoughts on just basically the whole about the draft class this year and comparing that with price. How Prism will be compared to football this year.
Well, and that's I was going to bring up March Madness because the casual fan, I'm the casual fan. I don't watch until it's the tournament. Right. And when the tournament's on, if you would have thought about it, they made it all the way up to the play-in games before it got canceled. They had a full season. They were on the brink of the tournament. If they have that tournament, still somehow figured out how to have the tournament before the spread of this virus and everybody was working from home, think about how many eyes would have been on that tournament. Hero was pick 13, Jeff.
Yeah.
Pick 13.
Okay.
So, I think what we're going to see when it relates to the hobby is we're going to see big ebbs and flows in these players. People are going to jump on players when they're hot and think that they are going to ride that wave, and people are going to dump cards at an early price at sometimes. Myself included, blue velocity Tyler Hero card I sold for $10 before the season even started because I was like, I don't know anything. Sold it. And you're going to see people when he hit that high of high sell. And then you're going to see people that when that card starts to drop just a little bit, they're going to sell it for, like Smash was saying, you look at it as a small business doing that they're buying the hobby box. But if you look at even the common collector, I just said it, the common collector, but the smaller individual person, if you look at them buying those cards, they're running into that same issue too, possibly, where they're buying it high, and all of a sudden, bam, it drops. And then they're selling for pennies on the dollar. So that's what I'm interested to see with it in the hobby. How many people are dumping cards early because they went in too much right now, and they shouldn't have, and that's kind of how I feel about it. Now, compared to football, will it be bigger than this year's football? I still think, with Herbert playing, you still have the potential of Tua, possibly. I mean, you lose Burrow. I think NFL kind of just reigns supreme there. It doesn't really have.
There's still starting to Burrow, even though he's out, because he's got that drive and he's got that. He's gonna come back. I mean, he's gonna come back. It's just when he comes back, what happens, and can he turn around the team when he comes back? Can they build people around him to turn around the team? That's gonna be the big thing.
And it's amazing.
Jesus would have problems turning around the Bengals, okay?
I knew that was coming. I
grew up in Cincinnati. I can say it, okay?
I know.
What we need to do is trade the Bengals for the Lions.
Yeah, I mean, I see talks of like Cole Anthony. So Cole Anthony's a name, right? North Carolina kid, UNC. But you say these names, a lot of people can't put faces to the names right now because they didn't get March Madness. They didn't get those series of games that they'd normally be watching or have on during work in the background and then catch at night when they could catch a game. So that's some serious. I mean, that's a big deal, and that can really change the landscape of what we see or how we feel these NBA prospects are going to be and how they're going to turn out. I guess the best thing we can say right now is we'll just have to see how it goes. Either way, I think the price just because where the hobby's gone in general and no retail available ever and this and that, I think regardless of how people really think this class is, people are. I mean, your Anthony Edwards like Prism draft cards autos are selling for $300-400 right now. That's a draft picks auto. I think the prices are going to be very, very, very similar. Now, my bigger question would be, where do you guys feel? And it's obviously going to take an incline, but how much of an incline do you guys think this year's Hobby Prism to next year's Hobby Prism football is going to be? Because we're talking a couple quarterbacks. We're talking probably a really good receiver core class, but that doesn't really have the biggest impact as far as the big cards the guys are going after. But we have at least a handful of quarterbacks that are supposed to be top picks next year in the top. So where do we see pricing? How bad do we see? Does it double? Are we going to be looking at do we think we're going to be looking at a $2,000 hobby box of Prism football next year where it's at around $1,000 or $1,200 right now? What are you guys' thoughts? Where do you stand on it? Anyone? Smash?
I will gladly go first. I'm trying to give other people a chance. I think, I'll say it this way. I think if you go back and connect the dots from 17, 18, and 19, 2021 will probably be where it should be or maybe a little bit elevated. I think 2020 prices are going to be just that blip high, watching the stock market, things went crazy and then went up. I said, I desperately hope for the sake of the hobby, prices are back to where they should be next year. And that's meaning Prism boxes were at $250-300 normally.
Yeah.
For Prism football.
About 300.
Yeah. Because NT was $400 to $500 and then Flawless was $1,000 to $1,500. I mean, that's my thing is where I'm at right now is I like NT and I like Flawless. And I also know like Chris and Adam and Marcus and Hoove at Buck City Breaks loves that stuff. And, people get stuff from them. But right now, if Prism football, which is normally a $300 to $400 box, is at $1,200, where does that put Flawless, which is a $1,200 a box product? But that's another question going down. But to me, I said, I hope it goes back and follows the line where it was, where still strong, a little bit of growth because value is going up. But now, here's the other question: is you get these to add on to it, you get these people that hoard hobby boxes hoping for a big rookie to come out in a few years and those boxes double or triple. We've seen it in 2017, with Dak and Zeke and all those guys, that whole class. 2018, sorry, 16, 17, Mahomes in 17, 18 with those quarterbacks, Baker, Darnold, Josh Allen, and then 19 is going to be Murray and those guys. Do you think the value, if the 6 to 8 quarterbacks that are in 2020 products, are they going to have the same jump for those? They call them closet hoarders, whatever you want to call them, people that hold on to it in 2 or 3 years.
Well, quarterback is the real deal, or is the chase typically for most guys that are really into it and are going to push that price up, right? I mean, I always joke about it. It's always a thing that we always bring up, like, when we're hanging out with BITG and whoever else. He's in here, so I bring it up. But, it's always a damn pitcher, right? That's always being pulled. It's a pitcher card. Pitchers don't hold value. Like, they just don't, right? And it's because there's so many pitchers. I get it. But yet you look at it on a scale of, like, the sports. Like, your pitcher is one of your main primary things, kind of the same captainness, if you will, if they can, the starting pitcher can go 7 innings or 8 innings or finish it a complete game, and your quarterback who's basically calling the shots on the offense. And it's just so crazy and so different how the scale is on the hobby and who people go after and what they go after. And even the pricing, right? I put up a thing earlier. Fester put up something about, crazy that a Lucas Silver Prism right now is about the same price as a LeBron James rookie card. Like, that's crazy, right? You got LeBron James, who is a guaranteed Hall of Fame. He could be done with his career now. He's guaranteed he's going to the Hall of Fame. He's at the tops in most categories, are right there, 1 through 3 probably, in just about anything you can pull up that would have to do with some kind of good offensive, some kind of assist, some kind of whatever, some type of playing in certain games that are at high level, championship level. He could get hurt and he could be done, and it wouldn't matter, right? And when he takes that, whenever his Hall of Fame time comes, that's going to take another jump in his cards. But yet you got a kid like Luka, who has only played, 2, 3 seasons now, and he's doing phenomenal. Don't get me wrong, and the kid's insane. But the kid could go out and get hurt this year and have a career-ending thing, and that's the risk, right? We get back into the risk of, and that's why people do it. It's like gambling. It's like anything, especially if you're sitting on rookie cards. If it's not necessarily PC, it's more on an investment structure. But I find it interesting, So.
Yeah, and I kind of, I'm not going to drag it on here. I see BITG is getting live, but I think kind of what Smash, or maybe it was you was getting at, is, do we think that if 2 years from now Jalen Hurts and Jordan Love are ripping it up, are their cards going to ceiling out where the Burrow and Tua's are now, or are they going to be lower when they ceiling out?
It's a good call.
That's what I always wonder is, something like that. Jalen Hurts played tonight, had a decent pass, and we don't know. 2, 3 years down the road, those may be the 2 studs, and the Tuas and the Burrows may be the the workmen on the bench. We don't know. And is it going to top out? I don't see the cards. If that happens, it's going to be such a different climate in the hobby 2 years from now. Like Smash was saying in his first talk about, we're going to be back out doing things. We're going to be going to games. We're going to be going to movies. We're going to be going to amusement parks. We're going to be going to the lake. Is the money going to be spent on the cards like it is now? Honestly, part of my worry is, because I've been through this I've been collecting since 1972 when I was a kid, but every time I see another product, and this could be a talk for another day, just so much product, so much different types of product being released. Panini's got 10 different types of football, and none of them are anything a kid can walk in and say, "Mom, can I get a box of this?" Because it's not there. But yet it makes me feel like there's so much product that every time I turn around, there's another different version of a Panini football card. Topps is doing a chrome of a different product, and there's so much of it there. After buying so much product in the late 70s and the 80s, and then getting sucked into buying that product in the 90s, and having been through this once, it makes me hesitate just a tad. And I don't know if anybody else feels like that.
Are you thinking that we're possibly entering a second era junk wax?
Yeah, and yeah, you said it. You said it. I didn't. I was trying to avoid those words.
Dub mentality calls it junk wax. I have no problem following suit. We're good.
Yeah,
he collects
you call it junk wax when you're spending $1,200 a box.
That's it.
But there's junk. But then you go back to the days of the stock market before the stock market crashed, when people were dealing in junk bonds. So I hope that's not the case. Just for everybody's sake, because it was not a good thing for the hobby what happened in the 90s, in the early 90s. But on the flip side of that, at least we were able to get product, and little kids were able to get product and get interested. They need to find a way to put out product that the average kid can get his hands on, and the flippers can't do anything with. Basically, is what it is.
Age limit on you must be this young to buy.
Yeah, just be this tall to ride or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how you do it. Maybe you do it by doing what they're doing right now, because, you see the Bowman Platinum, which should have been a more affordable version for kids. Yet you go to Walmart and it's on the shelf. Well, it's on the shelf because they're trying to charge now $60 a box for Bowman Platinum, which, in my opinion, shouldn't be $60 a box. And there's a reason. The market will bear it out. That's why it's still on the shelf at Walmart.
So Tom brings up a good point that was brought up on the Hobby Hotline about like how many different cards they make of a player. And Rich Klein, who used to write for Jim Beckett for Beckett Price Guide, they're a part of the Hobby Hotline, the group there. A great group of people over there, by the way. Saturday mornings, 10 a.m. Check us out. Little plug. But anyway, he brought up, like, take a guy like Nick Solak, okay? Just, he was actually the only true rookie in the first series flagship baseball this year. But how many different just tops normal, not talking like tops, like just tops cards in general? Like, how many different cards does he have, just tops product? Nick Solak. Nick Solak, right? Rookie, Texas rookie player. How many does he have this year?
Right.
Any guesses?
I don't know. Probably
22. 22 cards. 22 different tops. Just tops. 22 different cards. The different colors, like the 2020 or 21, whatever they do, and all the
different product bases.
Card, different thing, whatever. 22 different cards just in tops. Same card, just a different, you know what I mean? Your different variations, your different parallels, your different whatever. That's a lot.
Well, that's like those like what? Select.
Selects.
With the 5 101s.
Prism. The different colors, the different scopes, the different. Now they're doing the reverse negatives. Prism is now, or you see the black and white or whatever they are. I've seen people posting cards of those where they're like actual, just the black and white version color of the card, like Herbert's and stuff, like just crazy. Guys, this show is usually about an hour. We're kind of rolling into BITG fired up maybe a little early. Usually goes on at about 7:30, but he's got his big auction night tonight. He's doing PSA slabs and stuff. So I don't want to take up any more time. Want to get people that normally hang out. There's a lot of people in here that usually are already over there anyway. And anybody else who hasn't checked it out, go ahead and check it out. I put the link in the chat. I want to give you guys some closing statements, whatever you guys want to plug yourself, you want to say anything, whatever it might be. We'll start. Smash, we'll start with you, buddy.
I'm Smash. I like pizza.
His Twitter and stuff is in the description below. He did not want to tie in business.
Under Matthew. It's under Matthew.
Yes. He didn't want to tie any of this in with business. But I also have their website, Rip and Gypsy, his wife, and I have their YouTube, and I have his Twitter and all that jazz. So make sure you get out there and follow him. Anything else?
I like beer.
All right. Good deal. Tom?
Tom T., thanks for having me on. Appreciate it, guys. been collecting cards and comics and toys and everything since I was, 5 years old. So I kind of do a little bit of everything, and jack of all trades, master of none. But I just like kind of hanging out and having fun.
I did add him in the chat. The one and only Bud Stoney was asking about your links. I did put him in there. I'll add him after the video uploads because you weren't original. And I want to thank the one and only Bud Stoney for being the first guest to come on and you hopping on. That was very cool of you, man. So awesome. Balls?
You can find me at M Balsley. My name should be down there. Or in Deafness's chat. Only thing I could say is one thing on 2021 Prism, be interesting to watch. Trevor Lawrence. What are his cards going to do?
Right.
First sure quarterback since Andrew Luck coming into the league. I'm interested in that. That'll be my closing thoughts. We'll talk about that sometime.
So yeah. So
look how Andrew Luck panned out.
I'm just gonna end this. I'm just gonna end this right here and say that.
Thank you, Fester.
The details on what we talked about earlier about the live links and getting people in there. I'm actually going to get on a phone call when I get off of here with my guy who's going to be probably the one building the whole back platform. When there's more details, someone said in the chat we should have a couple episodes about this. We'll obviously drop a video when there's all the details ramped out, when it's actually going to release, when we're going to be ready to launch it. So, and we'll talk more about it as it goes on, probably in these next upcoming shows. So, it's going to be cool. It's going to be fun. It's going to be good for anybody and everybody out there that does any content that streams, just to get you out there and have all the viewers a place for them to go and find someone to watch pretty much probably any hour, any given day of the week, right? So when no one else is on that you normally watch. With that being said, I want to thank all my guests, Balls, the one and only Bud Stoney, Tom T, and my guy, Matthew/Michael/Smash. Appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Everybody that watched tonight, all the community, the viewers, you guys are amazing. Keep it up and think about what we talked about with the racks and everything else. And you guys all have an awesome night. We love y'all. Later.